Hello guys, it's Delia again. Today we are going to talk about facts and possibilities. Okay, let's begin. What is a fact? A fact is something that is going to happen by force. For example, a scientific fact in the science. For example, the process, mathematics, biology, etc. Those are exact science, so they show us facts. Okay, so today we are going to practice with this structure. In English we have a structure in which we can express the facts. Let's see this simple example. Here we have an ice cube. Okay, as you know, an ice cube is solid. But what happens if I take this ice cube outside in a sunny day? Okay, what will happen with the time? With the time, the solid is going to turn into liquid. Okay, so this is impossible to stop because this is a fact. This is a process that is going to happen all the time. It is impossible to maintain the ice into a solid form in this type of temperature. Okay, so here we have two examples of this fact structure. Okay, we have to represent our fact with the word if. Okay, if is a word which represents condition. Alright, so let's fill the places to represent this process. Okay, let's fill the missing places. Okay, what is my element? My element is the ice. Okay, so if ice has contact or direct contact with what? With heat. Okay, now the consequence. What is going to happen with the ice? I represent the ice with it. Alright, so I need the name of the process. Okay, from solid to liquid, my process is melts. Alright, so this is my correct sentence. If ice has contact with heat, it melts. Okay, so these two parts of the sentences is what we call the action, and then the second sentence is the reaction. Okay, so we have to separate them with a comma. It is very important to separate the action and the reaction. Okay, it's a fact because, like I told you, it is impossible that the ice stays solid in a hot day. Okay, so if you check, all my sentence is in present. Okay, I don't have any helper, I don't have any other structure. Everything is in the simple time present. Okay, let's see a second example. Let's imagine that you have a garden with beautiful plants, beautiful roses. But what is going to happen if you don't pay attention to the plants? Okay, what do plants need to grow up or to stay green and fresh? Okay, what is going to happen is that the plants are going to die. Alright, so let's fill the spaces in this sentence. Okay, what is my element? What is the element that I use? The plants in the garden. Okay, so I write here. In this case, it has to be a negative idea because water is essential. So if there isn't water, what is going to happen with the plants? The plants are going to die. Okay, but like I told you, we need everything in simple present. So if there isn't water, plants wither away. Okay, so this is the consequence if there isn't water. Okay, so like in this sentence is my action, that in this case is negative, and the second part is a reaction. Okay, so these expressions of facts are going to happen by force. Okay, but not only with simple ideas or scientific facts or process of the nature. Okay, we can use it in our daily life. Okay, if I don't eat, I feel hungry. If I don't go to class early, the teacher is angry. Okay, so keep it simple. In these ideas, you can express a lot of ideas, but keep it in simple present. Okay guys, we come back to the practice. Alright, previously we practiced with facts, as you remember. Now let me tell you about possibilities. Okay, of course they are different one from another. So let's explain here. Alright, with possibilities, in this case we need helpers. Okay, that is the difference between facts and possibilities. In this case, my helpers are will, might, and may. Okay, will represents the strongest possibility, okay, or something that has a high possibility to happen. Then we have might and may, okay. May represent medium possibility and might is remote possibility. Okay, let's see some examples here. Okay, let's imagine that a person is having a great time at a bar, drinking too much beer, martinis, etc. Okay, but that person needs to come back home. Okay, but unfortunately he has a car and he's alone. Okay, so the person is obviously in a not very convenient state. Okay, so what is a possibility? Okay, I am not telling or I'm not saying that the person is going to crash the car. Okay, some people can drive under the influence of a substance and nothing happens. So this is a possibility. Okay, so let's fill the missing spaces. Alright, so what can be here? The first sentence, if you see they are separated by a comma, the first is going to be in present, simple present. Okay, so I say, if I recommend the person, if you drive under the influence of a substance, okay, so this is my recommendation or my condition. If you drive under the influence of a substance, what is the future possible or the possibility? Okay, you have an accident, but that is not exactly a fact. This is a possibility. Okay, so I can use one of these three helpers. Let's use remote possibility. You might have an accident. Okay, it's a possibility, not a fact. Okay, in this case, let's keep it in remote possibility with might. Alright, second, if he, alright, let's see the second sentence. He not get a good grade. Alright, in this space, of course, we need a helper which represents a possibility. Alright, not get a good grade. Let's imagine that the action is the next. If he doesn't study hard, he may not get a good grade. It's a possibility. Maybe it's a very good person at this subject, mathematics, physics, etc. and he doesn't actually need to study hard. But we don't know the person, so it is a possibility. So I say if he doesn't study hard, he may not get a good grade. Alright, so let's continue with the last example. If I don't, my parents. Alright, so not enough information, but no problem. Let's imagine if I live with my parents, and of course I have rules to follow. So let's imagine the situation. If I don't arrive early to my house, Okay, what is the possibility? My parents. Well, okay, I know my parents and the possibility will be strong. My parents will be angry at me. Okay, but it's a strong possibility. Maybe I can arrive to my house very late, but they are sleeping and then and they won't know about it. Alright, so these are three different examples with the different grades of possibility. Okay, so the first part of the sentence represents my condition. The second needs to have a helper which represents possibility. Okay guys, in conclusion, a fact is something that is going to happen by force, and possibilities is something that maybe will happen or maybe it won't happen. Okay, so the facts in English are called zero, and the possibilities in this structure are called the structure number 1. Okay guys, I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, you can write on the comments below the video, and thank you for your attention. See you.